sustainable. The School of Performing Arts is proud to offer our concert programs in an all-digital format. QR codes have been made available for you to view the program on your own device. Because of this, please ensure the brightness of your screen is not a distraction to others. And thank you for helping us reduce our environmental footprint. Go Dragons!
name's Dr. Kenyon Williams, and I want to thank you all for coming out to our shared concert with the MSUM Percussion Ensemble and the MSUM Wind Ensemble. The Percussion Ensemble has had just an outstanding year this year, and it's a real privilege to be able to cap off our season by sharing the stage with the direction of Dr. Benjamin Druffel and the Wind Ensemble following after our first 3 selections here. Now, this past fall, the ensemble shared the stage with the Jonathan Scales Orchestra, which is one of simply the most amazing musical ensembles we've ever hosted here on campus as a part of the MSUM Percussion Day. In the spring, we were invited to perform at the Minnesota Music Educators Association Midwinter Conference in Minneapolis. Sadly, however, due to the issues in Minneapolis in February, that conference was canceled. And we, however, were able to pivot quickly and ever Minnesota strong. We quickly scheduled a tour of central Minnesota with the MSUM Dragon Choir under the direction of Dr. Michael Johnson. We're very excited, however, to announce that because of that cancellation, we have been invited back next year. So we are going to be sharing a stage again with the Dragon Choir and with some all new, very exciting and top secret music, which we're very excited to share with you next year. So stay tuned. It's going to be a fantastic season with some great music with the choir, as well as performance in Minneapolis in February. Now, our first piece on the concert that was called Escape Velocity by American composer Dave Hall. Very fun, high-energy piece, heavily influenced by the music of Bela Bartok, as well as drum and bass music by artists such as Venetian Snare, and Aphex Twin. So I hope if you're into that sort of drum and bass, EDM sort of thing, hope you heard some of that influence. This next piece, however, is, shall we say, quite different. Volume Pig. Noun. Number 1, name of a rare subspecies of the pig family, Porcus amplificatus, normally found dwelling in remote southland bogs. The unusual hunting tactics of this creative creature have long been a curiosity of zoologists. It confuses and stuns the prey by uttering a fantastic series of wild grunts, howls, and piercing screams, causing the unfortunate prey to fall to the ground, covering its ears in extreme agony. Definition number 2. A colloquial name given to a person with a particular propensity for composing music with an unusually loud nature. Or 3, a highly unusual composition by New Zealand composer and percussionist Gareth Farr, featuring a blend of Western rhythms, complex yet accessible audience-baiting sounds, Indonesian gamelan, Rarotongan log drumming, rapidly shifting dramatic moods, and absurdist theatrical elements. Volume Pig by Gareth Farr. All right. Now, we'd like to again thank you for coming out tonight. So let's give a big hand for our special guest artist there, Miss Alumni, Miss Emma Detman. Now, when we reset the stage, I'd like to take a moment to honor a graduating senior. He's graphic designs, interactive art major, a great double seconds player in our steel band, and has been an active, vital heartbeat of our percussion ensemble ever since his first day here at MSUM. It's going to be a real loss for us because we have this great tight-knit group that all came in together about the same time, and they're all beginning to graduate now in dribs and drabs, and we're very sad to see him go. We have a strong tradition in MSUM, the percussion ensemble, of when someone graduates and makes it through all 4 years to their final semester, we like to give them a small symbol of appreciation. So we'd like to give this to Mr. Aiden Colnady. Now, just to let you know, before we do our final percussion ensemble selection for the evening, there's going to be a brief 10-minute intermission. Feel free to stand up, stretch your legs a little bit. We come back, and then we're going to have to reset the stage for the wind ensemble, which is going to be an amazing concert. Now, our final percussion selection is a piece that can only be described as groovy, baby. It's a good way to put it. Inspired by the 1960s fun-loving, tongue-in-cheek, swingin' pops percussion orchestra recordings of American composer, arranger, and percussionist Dick Shorey, this composition swings wildly between pop styles of the 1960s. It's got cha-cha, it's got swing, it's got sambas, it's got the blues, and even a recurring conga line motif that threatens to derail the composition all throughout the work. Listen closely as the composer, Jonathan Newman, slams literally from one style to another, almost like the host of a party who can't decide which record to put on at any one given moment, and sometimes end up playing 2 records in completely different styles at the same time. And if you watch closely, you'll see that every member of the ensemble at one point or another plays the piano, which is actually very astounding considering most of them, this will be the first time they've ever played piano in public, right? And our one person here as a piano major is the one person who doesn't play piano the entire composition. Carter Reburn on timpani. There we go. Yeah. Now, as composer Jonathan Newman put this, and I'll read this from his program notes, in the music style wars of the last century, Nothing outstyled the swanky swing of the space-age bachelor pad and the pops percussion orchestras of the 1960s. Composers, arrangers, and band leaders like Esquivel, Marty Gold, Enoch Light, Dick Shorey, and Bernie Green all had fabulous bands, fabulous record covers, and a remarkably square-shaped hipness. And I'm unabashedly excited about the still infant idea of separated audio channels, which they called living stereo. If the record was any good, the stereo was hyper-panned so that the audience had them separated back and forth. Bongos, guitars would bounce back and forth from right to left stage like a tennis ball. RCA Victor even had a series with the name Stereo Action, which hits the aesthetic nail for this composition right on the head. It seemed worth stealing. Now, these records are all driven by virtuosic percussionists, so a full ensemble of them seemed even better. The result is this work, Stereo Action, where the percussion, including the oft-neglected piano, is brought out in its original roles to replace the hot brass and the swanky strings and the smooth electric guitars of the 1960s. Of course, all of this is performed in glorious stereo, bouncing back and forth across the ensemble. It is a loving embrace of the only musical genre where your hi-fi must be finely tuned and your martini must be perfectly chilled. Hope you enjoy Stereo Action.
Please enjoy a brief 10-minute intermission while we reset the stage. Our wind ensemble members will have you guys head out to the green room, and we'll get started in just a few minutes. Thank you all for your patience, and again, another big hand for the MSU Percussion Ensemble.
Another round of applause for the Percussion Ensemble. I never introduce myself at these things. I'm Ben Druffel. I direct this group. I have the honor, privilege of directing this group. And my name really doesn't appear on any programs because it's not about me, it's about them. As you saw with the Percussion Ensemble, we're just going to have fun. We're just going to play some things that we took on our tour, some things that feature students, and one thing that we played last time and we like it so much we were going to play it again. And we're also going to celebrate the accomplishments of our students, going to say until next time to those who are graduating or going to student teach. So it's all about just celebrating what we accomplished in being dragons. The first piece is called Themes from Green Bushes by Percy Granger, and we're going to have a contest. All right. So this is a theme in variations. At the beginning, you'll hear this English folk song, and then it's followed by many, many variations. The trick is, or the question is, how many times do you hear the melody? Now, we're not going to play the melody for you. Just so you know, it's the first melody you hear, and then you'll notice that it starts to repeat itself and change as it goes. So the question is, how many times do you hear it? And those who, one person will be selected, if they get the correct answer, there will be a prize. So don't tune us out. Pay attention. Great. Green bushes. house lights up, please, by chance? Do we have any guesses? Any guesses?
15, 16.
Well, I was going for hands first here, but we'll go here. Right here. We have to have only one guess per student, so. 18. 18 is incorrect. One more over here, blue. Yes, yep. 15 is also incorrect. One more guess that we have from down here. 17 is also incorrect. We are narrowing it down, though. The balcony in the corner. 6. Just 6. 6 is also incorrect, and as is 7 is also incorrect as well. I got some okay. Promise, last one. Zian. 16 is correct. Zian, you may claim your prize after the performance. Now, when we did this on tour, only like one person got this correct, and it was the band director at the school we were at, probably because their band played that and he just knew. There were 16 variations of that. Kind of tricky because some of them don't sound like complete variations, they sound like transitional things and all that. The house lights may come back down with that. Okay, let's discuss our first kind of celebration here. So traditionally, we honor the graduates or those student teaching towards the end, but we're going to kind of space them out between things. So first, we have from the trumpet section, graduating is Brenna Monahan. Could you stand up, Brenna? Oh, here so we can see Brenna. Yes. Brenna is graduating with a degree in criminal justice. She's from Elk River, Minnesota. And is it UMD or ND? ND, North Dakota. Okay. And is going to study law at University of North Dakota. Criminal justice is one of our big majors, and just shows that that's a great program, and our students in that program are going to do really cool things. Thank you, Brenna. Janae. Oh, you're there. Janae LaFerriere from Pelican Rapids, who is missing from the program, and I think was missing from the last program too. Yeah, I forgot you. Yes, is a dual degree in math and math education. Yes. And do we have a placement yet? Well, no, but she'll be student teaching in the fall and going out to teach the wonders of math to young people. Thank you, Janae. Next, we have Damian Brandvold from Perm. And Damian is going to graduate with a degree in medical and cellular biology. Damian also is a composer on the side. And we are going to premiere one of his pieces right now. And Damian, would you like to just talk a little bit about the piece?
I do want to preface, he sprung this on me 5 minutes before the concert, so I don't have anything prepared like a speech or anything. So I've been writing music for about 8 years now, and it wasn't until I got here that I got feedback from someone with a big shot degree. So everything I've learned has been pretty much self-taught so far, and I found that a lot of times I can't find the words to express how I feel. So I make an effort to do so through music. And the piece is titled Introspection because I've done a lot of reflecting on my own life and who I am as a person this year, as well as learning some things about myself and where I want to go in life. So you can hear a couple distinct themes throughout the piece, and they all kind of come together at the end, which I've taken to interpret as my life is finally coming together. And I've been so grateful to be able to work with such talented people, and I'm so thankful that they have been willing to put up with was it 3 drafts?
3 drafts.
Yep, yes. 3 drafts that I put in front of them. The first one was pretty rough, I will admit. So, all right, I think I'm gonna cut it short because I don't wanna reach the same kind of time limit that Druffle's theory rants have.
accepted. will be going on to work, and we might possibly see Damien here for another degree. Spoiler alert. Maybe. We'll see. The next student is Connor Hedblum, and I think I'll talk about more Connor Hedblum after this. He's going to be a featured soloist on this next piece. Connor is a music performance major in tuba, and he's going to go on and work. This is probably not the last time we're going to see him on the stage, because I think I'm going to be hiring to help us out as we go, and you'll hear he's a wonderful tuba player. Has a recital coming up on May 2nd in the Gaiety that afternoon, and so he's going to play a piece originally for voice and piano, now for tuba and band. It's called Vocalese by Sergei Rachmaninoff. Please welcome Connor Hedblum. every year, the college band directors in Minnesota get together and we sponsor an intercollegiate honor band. And that, in the case of college students from all the different universities, colleges in the state come together during MMEA and just play together and have a good time that way, meeting people and just sharing music. As was mentioned before, unfortunately, that had to be canceled due to the situations going on in Minneapolis at the time. But I do want to recognize there are 5 students who were selected to be a part of that. Stand up, please. Janae, Elizabeth Woodrich, David, Kay, and Damien. This next piece is called Melodious Funk. Now, those of you who are music people might say, you just said the name wrong. It's Thelonious Monk. True, but this piece is called Melodious Funk. And however it speaks to you, that's how it speaks to you. quick thank you to the staff that we have here, Ryan Kofer, student team, and Amanda Strowski, Elizabeth Everett Carnes, all the front of house people to help us put on all these events. Speaking of events, we are just getting started with the end of the semester push of performances and concerts galore. Sunday on the stage, 6 o'clock, we have the string orchestra. Monday on this stage, we have a commercial ensemble. Thursday, a week from today, you have the choirs at First Pres in Fargo. Numerous student recital things going on, and it's always a push all the way to the very end of the semester. Check those things out. We hope to see you back. Thank you to my colleagues, who are the real teachers in this case. I just get to stand up here and wave a stick. But we have our applied faculty who do a lot of the work in helping these students learn how to play and learn their craft. Kenyon Williams, Tom Strait, Doug Neal, Paul Liversage, Brian Stericker, Laura Kellogg. And then, even though they don't teach these instruments, but Amy Mercer, Michael Johnson, Jenny Defoe, who are also part of our faculty, it's a team effort, Dr. Hellner, it's a team effort to just teach and make sure these students have the best quality higher ed music education that we can do at MSUM. Now, as mentioned, we recently went on tour, and this is the first time that the entire wind ensemble has gone on tour since no one could really tell me exactly when. So it's been many, many, many years. It's been a long time coming. And we toured around Minnesota. We stopped in Barnesville, Fergus Falls, Mankato, Litchfield, and Invergrove Heights. And for a long time, I've been wanting to kind of talk to the students and kind of, every time we got on the bus, I'm like, I'm so proud of you. There's so much I want to say. But we have so much we got to do, and I never get a chance to really talk to them. And so, if you would indulge me, because I would like you to hear this too, as the family and friends of these students, I would like you to hear this. So it's going to be awkward because I'm going to turn my back to you and talk to them. So, hi, Bam. Hi, everybody. Okay, so I actually wrote stuff down because I'm not very good at this. But yes, tour was fun. I had a good time. And one of the main things about that was the way you conducted yourselves. Okay? You represented our band, you represented our university, but you represented yourselves as human beings and the awesome human beings that you are. The trip was actually enjoyable for me. Okay? That hasn't been the case everywhere I've taught. Because there's always that one person who didn't get in any trouble, by the way. Or at least not that I know of. With that, yeah. So no, I just had a good time in that. Now, I've asked you about your favorite part. Can I tell you my favorite part? It was not meeting my teacher and me and playing in my alma mater and my homecoming. It wasn't meeting my twin brother, who's not my twin, but really. And nor was it beating Carter and Ethan in a go-kart race. Although that was very satisfying. No, it was seeing how you interacted with each other and how you interacted with all the students that you got to play with and play for. That was the coolest thing for me. AI is cool, sciences are cool, everything, but a skill that we really need to focus on is how we interact and communicate with each other. And MSUM is doing very good with that by demonstrating of how they conducted themselves on this trip with that. So it reminded me about just the uniqueness of who you are and things that I think about a lot, like Cash's smile, Carter's hair, Eli's hair, Haven's grit, Michael's silliness, I guess if you want to, whatever that is, David's laugh, James's comments / burns, Annika's leadership, Julia's salute, and all those who just quietly participate, like Vincent or Sienna or the entire tenor sax section or most of the first row. All right? By being yourselves, there's one part of me that is, I am Dr. Benjamin Druffel, I'm the director of bands at MSU in Moorhead, I'm the director of the Instrumental Music Education Program. And then there's Ben. I like to be Ben, and thank you for letting me be Ben. To sum up the year, sorry. Let me be Ben. For example, telling stories that don't go anywhere. Yes, or other stories about other things. Anyway, let's sum this up. I'm going to sum up the year with very shortly. Good show. Okay, we're going to take a quick little break here to sort of regroup, and then we'll play our final piece. It wouldn't be a concert if Dr. Druffel didn't have a costume change. But it ties into this last piece. If you were at our last concert with the Warren piece, we played this then, and we love it so much that we're gonna play it again. It's called John and Jim. It's by Viet Quang. Last time I didn't read you the program note, so tonight I'm gonna read you the program note, at least the shorter version. John Arthur and Jim Obergefell were married July of 2013. They had been together in a loving relationship for 22 years, and Jim was caring for John as he faced the end stages of ALS. In the last year of John's life, they traveled on a medical plane to Maryland, just one of a handful of states where same-sex marriage was legal at the time to be married. The marriage ceremony was conducted on board the plane before they returned home to Ohio for their last months together. John passed away that October, and because Ohio did not recognize their marriage as legal, Jim had to challenge the state in court to be listed as John's surviving spouse on his death certificate. The state appealed, and the court battle worked its way through the legal system until 2015, when Jim and his team were victorious before the Supreme Court. Their efforts ensured that the relationships of same-sex couples, including my marriage to my husband, would be seen as equal under the law. For that, I am deeply and personally grateful. John and Jim is my effort to pay tribute to the men whose love and devotion gave rise to great change, and I do so by interpolating source material from an iconic piece of traditional wedding music, Pachelbel's Canon in D. In my youth, I adored this piece, and I learned a piano arrangement of it when I was 11 years old. For months, I would play the piece every morning before school, endlessly repeating its bass line while improvising melodies when the treble clef's music ran out. Through these explorations, I discovered some basic principles of music composition, and it was through the Pachelbel that I began composing in earnest. However, it was also around that time that I first learned that its use in weddings, and it saddened me that this music was emblematic of something that, according to the law, I could never have. It feels fitting then, that in the year of my own wedding of my partner of 11 years, reframing, or perhaps reclaiming, the Pachelbel should provide the inspiration for a celebration of marriage equality. This is an incredibly beautiful piece. Viet Quang, I would say, is the top 5 composers writing for band right now. And exploring this piece and working with this is in my top 20 of band pieces, period. It's incredibly beautiful. Thank you for coming, and yeah, thank you for coming. John and Jim.